Alright, so I'm not really supposed to be talking about this or tell this story. Um, I signed a non-disclosure when I first, I got hired on, so I'm not supposed to talk about the things that happen here at the apartments and stuff like that. So, but like this is so strange that I gotta break it, and I don't really want to tell the story, but I think it's necessary because if you live here, it's important that you know what's out there. So, so I was on patrol like any other day, and I don't know if you know, but you probably do. If you ever been out in the outside, and it's really cold outside, it has a different feel to it. It feels more empty, like noises feel more crisp, and the silence is just it's more deadening. It's just empty. It's got a lot more spacious feel than like in the summer where it's a lot more heavy and you know. But moving on, like I was walking like any other night, doing my patrol. I have to patrol, you know, hourly. Got to do a patrol hourly at least. Um, and it's that night. It seemed a lot more quiet than normal. It was weird. Like I had a weird feeling of how quiet it was. So I do this. I went this route back behind these apartments where there's a sidewalk, right? And then you come out towards the end of the addition, and there's some trains or there's some train tracks kind of far off in the distance, and there's a fence, right? So, but it's dark back there, so you can't really see. So I walk past that part, and then I start coming back towards the office, which is further down. So um, it's pretty far down. Like it takes me about maybe like 3 or 4 minutes to walk down there. So it's not like super far, but it's far enough, right? And it's like this strip of road, and you just there's a few street lights, so it's pretty well lit on the street, kind of as you go. Um, but I remember hearing footsteps, or not really footsteps. It sounded like rustling because I thought first I thought it was just the wind, because there's a slight breeze blowing like leaves across the road. So I look back, I don't see nothing. Um, it's just strange. So I keep walking, and I get maybe like another 10 steps, and I hear something again. And so I kind of duck behind this trash can. Oh, there's a fence. It's like a fence, and then inside of it is the trash can. I'm sure you guys have seen stuff like that. It's a fence around the trash can area, right? So I duck behind the trash can and just sit there and wait to see what I hear, right? And like, this is when it gets a little crazy. I'm kind of hesitant to even like talk about it because it's just weird, and I don't think like anyone's actually gonna believe me. So, you know what? Forget it. So I hear something climb on top of the trash can, which is ridiculous because like we don't have anything out here that big. Like and the way it sounded, it was heavy. So I'm up against the fence, kind of crouched down, and I hear sniffing. I'm like, what the? What could be that big that's sniffing like that. And it has deep breaths, like really deep breaths. Like the lung capacity had to be. I don't know. I don't know anything. Like maybe a bear. But I was like, we don't have bears here. Like, and so I start to see something come over. I'm looking up. I start to see something come over the tip of the fence, right? And it's a big ass head. Like it looks like at first I thought it was a bear head. I'm like, well, this ain't good. Like I'm from northern Indiana. I don't know what to do with a bear. You know what I'm saying? Like I laugh, but it's fucking terrifying. Yeah, sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying. Like, I, so I see the head, and then I'm freaking out on the inside. Like I'm like shit, and it's sniffing, and it doesn't see me until I decided to run out and give it a little and get some space between. So as I run out, and then it sees me, and I probably get like a good 20 feet, and I stop and I turn back and look because I wanted to see if it was charging or something. Because I know you're not supposed to run from bear because they outrun you and you're supposed to play dead. But I wanted to see if it was even chasing me before I even, like, you know. But I'm armed security, so I got a gun, and I carry a pocket knife, but it ain't gonna do nothing. I got some mace. I thought maybe I could use it, I thought to myself maybe it's probably not as powerful as bear spray, but there's something I could do, right? But then when I really look at it, it looks like a giant ass dog, like a German Shepherd, or like a wolf German Shepherd mix. But a German Shepherd is the closest I've never seen a wolf. So other than in pictures, but so like, a German Shepherd is probably the closest thing I can say it looked like from experience, like from something I've seen with my own eyes. I I just don't know how. Well, it steps out from behind the trash can, and it's on all fours. Like, okay, it's a big ass dog. I was like, my next thought was maybe it's a coy wolf or something like that. I heard it's a coyote and a wolf, and that Indiana has some, but I wasn't really sure. And I heard they were big, so I was like, this must be what. But this was like huge. I was like, So, oh, sorry. It's just not natural. So, it steps out, and it's low, and the hair on its back is kind of standing up, like it's in attack mode. I'm like shit, I'm gonna die tonight. I got kids and stuff. Like I can't die tonight. And I started to get really scared. And as I got like this fear, I can't explain. Like it's deep. Like it chokes you. This fear, ugh, because it looked at me and the expression was so human. But it looks like a dog, but the emotion on its face and the eyes, these yellow eyes like ambers. Uh, the street lights, like it hit its eyes, and it was scary, yet it was actually kind of beautiful. Like the eyes, the way the eyes were, like what I'm saying. Like I was afraid, but you know how you admire, like just there was some kind of like I don't know. It's just not something that you see every day. And it got this smile, like it smile. It's like the smile started to head like its lips, like where the lips part. They bent back, like almost halfway back its face. Like it started to go with this ominous grin, like. Ah. Like I knew I was dead, and it showed its teeth, and they were like it's hard, like they were sharp. It's almost like they were pointing like triangles, not really like triangles. It's hard to the way they connected, and I'd never seen anything like this. Like this had to be created in a lab. Like I don't know, I don't know if it's a lab. It just didn't seem natural. It, and then it stood up on two legs. It just seemed it's not possible. Like and honestly, I wouldn't believe it if my chest camera wasn't on. Like it's crazy. But it took a step towards me, and I felt this overwhelming fear. But then I heard this voice in the back of my head, and it said, "Joshua, be strong and of good courage, for the Lord thy God goes with you." I mean, I don't know. Like that's probably the first time. Like it had to be God speaking. And there's a lot of weird stuff in this. Like I understand. You don't have to believe me. So then this peace came over me. And then this battle, this anger, but it was like something that just took away all my fear. And it wasn't like a hate anger, it was like a ready to fight, it gave me energy. So I took out the pocket knife out of my pocket, unfolded it, and it's dumb. Like, what is it gonna do, right? What am I gonna do with it? But I'm feeling this sensation. I'm brave. I pull out the pocket knife, and I unholster my weapon. It's only a 9mm, so I'm like, I don't know what this is gonna do to it, right? Because this thing's huge. It probably eat it like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just take it all. It's kind of funny, but that's true. Like like when the UFC fighters be eating punches and stuff. And then I did the most stupidest thing I could ever do. I charged it. And at first the look on its face was confusion, and then it was like surprise, with almost a little bit of fear in there, which was weird, because it was just so cocky before. But I charged it, and I'm running as fast as I can, and it feels like something is moving my body forward. There's no fear. I'm getting closer, and as I get closer, I see it pull its hand back to swipe at me. The claws, oh my god, they look like it had blades on its fingers. It swiped at me, and as it swiped at me, I took a shot at its face and rolled as it swiped. So it missed me, and I ended up by its feet. And I remember taking the knife and stabbing it in the back part of its foot, just in front of the tendon. And then I pushed out and slashed. It screamed almost. It was a roar that was almost like a scream. It hurt my ears, but I didn't care. The spirit was moving me. It had to be. Like, it was the spirit of battle. And as it screamed, I rolled and looked up at it. And it stepped back. And I seen the anger in its eyes. And as it looked down at me, and I could tell it was getting ready to charge, I took out my 9 and I shot it once through the eye. Oh, it was a glorious shot. And it went through the eye into this creature's brain, and it fell. And if you don't know that this is a fake story, then I just wanted to make a story. I thought it was a good story. I was walking, and I made it up as I was walking. If you're still here, thank you for watching. I do like watching Dogman stuff and Bigfoot stuff, but jury's kind of out with it. Like, I don't really think it's real, to be honest, after listening to so many stories. But you know what? If someone's out there and they really thought they saw it, or they really saw it, like, I'm not saying that you didn't see it. That's between you and your God or whoever else with you, and yeah. But I just wanted to make up a story, do something a little more lighthearted, before I get back into this stuff. Because the next one is how Trumpers and conservatives win a battle plan. And then also I am doing another video criticizing hood culture, where I put in some of the video, and this is not even the tip of the iceberg. There's so many, like, hood videos of people getting shot, killed, like shooting up kids, which is horrible. Like, but like these thugs, they do it in the hood. That's a normal occurrence. There's no marching for them. And in some instances, some mothers do actually get to organize, but it's mostly just their family. But I'm gonna talk about some things, also how to be more successful as Black Americans, and what it should mean to be Black Americans. So I got some new videos coming, and then I also got some more interview, or some more conversations with Casper Ghost. So stay tuned and like it, subscribe, please. Have a good night. And this is when oh God. This is when, like, it gets crazy. A lot of you ain't gonna believe me. And I listened to the radio, all the all the dogman stories and stuff, and I thought it was fake. After like maybe like maybe like here we go. All right, so I took out the pocket knife out of my pocket. I rolled under the swipe. I rolled under the swipe. I rolled under the swipe. I rolled under the swipe